we are building for institutions. Our North Star is what we should build, so the $1 billion would be allocated towards this infrastructure. We're definitely gonna disrupt the market of quants and quant developers. Those guys are extremely expensive. They are moody, they are being picked up by other funds. There's scarcity of them. Our agents basically replacing them, yeah? And they are 100 times faster with coding and 1 billion times faster with reasoning.
Almanak is this platform for two different types of users, right? People who are creating vaults and strategies and people who are kind of depositing capital into those vaults and strategies. And one of the unique properties and kind of an evolution from previous generation of similar, type of tools is that depositors can see exactly the permissions, the scope that the strategies have access to.
Crypto space is one of the best, and DeFi space is one of the best to basically penetrate this market because crypto is all about money. And when you are giving people edge, and we are giving people 100 times better edge, they're just gonna come to us.
Hey everyone, Matty from Legion here, joined by Neo from Almanak. Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. Pleasure.
Of course, yeah. Super excited for the conversation today. I think let's just dive right in right off the bat. When it comes to investing, when it comes to being a founder, right? Oftentimes people say you have to be right, you have to be contrarian. Really, you have to be both, right? You have to be both right and contrarian. So to that point, what does everyone not yet realize about the future that Almanak is already ahead of?
That's a great question, actually. So maybe short introduction about myself.
Sure.
Neo, CEO of Almanak. I have a degree in mathematics and I'm in the space for 9 years. And in Almanak, we build a no-code environment, infrastructure to build, manage sophisticated financial strategies that are fully deterministic and verifiable. And this is very important, actually, for the question just asked. So a lot of people thought that LLMs, AI is going to be managing assets. We are very bearish on this idea. We think that no more than $100 ever going to be managed by LLM or AI. Because it's unpredictable. AI can evolve, AI can do something funky. And there is even like the case where there was a game created by some developers. There was an AI agent that had one task: don't send money to anyone. And people were tricking this agent by paying. So basically every single prompt to this agent was costing exponentially more. And eventually agent had like $50,000. And eventually the honeypot was that big that someone has created a prompt that was very, very long and convinced the agents to send this money. And this is the state of AI right now. Yeah, you don't know what actually this black box AI is. And I don't think we will see anytime soon AI or LLMs managing these assets because of this. Yeah, sure, $100, sure. But like when the honeypot is big enough, people are going to be, trying to hack them, trying to convince this AI that sending the money is here. So in Almanak, as I mentioned, we are building deterministic and verifiable strategies that are end-to-end. So there is no way to do that because the strategy is just coded by the AI. And the code itself is a code, is as it used to be used by hedge funds and trading firms for the past 10 years. We just do it faster.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. This is a very, very important point. I come previously from the hedge fund world, and one of the biggest benefits, right, of automating the trading and having code and using algorithms was it's no longer, this person, this human trader that might make subjective decisions and you don't really know if they're going to perform the same exact way 10 times out of 10. But that was why we moved to kind of coding systems that were deterministic. And now you're saying this is the same reason that LLMs will not really be able to manage large amounts of capital, at least safely.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been working with so many big asset managers back in the days, and every one of them was like, I'm not depositing money into that. Yeah. So Almanak started as a company that was using AI to optimize trading strategies. So we've been working mostly with big funds, and we asked them, okay, guys, like, what we should build for you to feel comfortable depositing. And the story was pretty simple. Like, we took what's best from crypto and what's best from AI. We asked ourselves, okay, what AI is the best at? AI is the best at coding, 100 times faster than people, and at reasoning, 1 billion times faster than people. So we just took this part and we code 100 times faster and we look for alpha 1 billion times faster. And when it comes to execution, is as it was back in the days, and it's everywhere else, is fully deterministic code. Yeah, there's no reinventing the wheel.
Right. So if I understand correctly, the LLMs are kind of discovering and maybe even creating the deterministic strategies or algorithms, if I call it that. But at the end of the day, that's still deterministic. It's not an LLM. That is the strategy
Exactly.
itself. Yeah.
There's a human in the loop. Yeah.
Yep.
You communicate with the swarm of agents. Yeah. Almanak Tech is a swarm of agents. So this is not one LLM. It's multiple LLMs. Technically, it's 18 of them. Currently, 8 are live. You can already test them. We call them a team of strategists. So those guys, those LLM agents, they collaborate together to create the strategy. There's a strategist, coder, debugger, QA, engineer. Basically, all the guys you have in a traditional hedge fund, now you have on Almanak Cloud.
Yep.
Yeah. And you collaborate with those guys. They create the strategy, but you need to tell if the strategy is... You are deploying the strategy. And if you deploy the strategy, the agents have no access to it anymore. Sure, agent can ask you, hey, I think there's better alpha on the market. We should advance the strategy, make it different, better, optimize. But you are signing with your ledger whether to upgrade the strategy or not.
Interesting. Very cool. Very cool. So
it's the same as it's the same as in the traditional hedge funds. You need to be able to, backtest it, optimize it, simulate, see if the strategy is actually making money. Not like, okay, I trust this AI. It's told me it's gonna make money. Let's go. It's never gonna be working like that.
Makes sense. So you mentioned, everyone is thinking that LLMs, agentic stuff is all over the place, right? Everyone's thinking that LLMs will manage money in the future. Almanak realizes ahead of the curve that's not going to happen. What are signs in the near future, the next 90 days, 60 days, a year from now, that will validate the Almanak hypothesis?
So we are very pragmatic. We like to speak with numbers. Like I said, we've been working with a lot of big allocators that have like billions of dollars. And first of all, they are already working with us. They're already depositing into our, what we called structured workflow for AI. Yeah. So we're already getting validation here. I'm 100% sure all those LLM based DeFi, AI, or whatever you name it, protocols gonna basically die. They are managing close to zero AUM these days. And yeah, I think that the TVL speaks by itself, and that's it. Yeah, it's very simple.
So when everyone else catches up to this realization, what's going to happen to these competitors who didn't see it coming?
I think the best they can do is just focus on trading memes with gamblers, $100. We are building for institutions. Yeah, we are building for our North Star is what we should build. So the $1 billion would be allocated towards this infrastructure. Yeah, so sure, they can always, trade meme coins, which I personally hate. I've been in the space for 9 years. I've been working with DeFi. I used to work as a DeFi mathematician. So I've been working with traders, data scientists, and been designing DeFi protocols. So yeah, we had the same approach. We are building how to build protocol that is capable of allocating billions of dollars. So that's that simple.
Amazing. Well, I think that leads nicely to my next question, which would be, walk me through this world where Almanak is $1 billion, a $10 billion protocol even. What makes Almanak so valuable?
Yeah. So first of all, we need to understand what's our total addressable market. So again, we are very pragmatic. We've seen that crypto cares about one thing and one only, or is good for one and one only, which is asset management and making money. From simple reason, it's fully permissionless, and you can become the participant of this financial system from anywhere in the world. So we are utilizing this to basically start the development of what we are trying to do. Yeah, and what we are trying to do, we are creating a system of agents that are specialized in quantitative reasoning skills. So basically, there are a lot of vibe coding companies these days that are valued on $10 billion, such as Cursor, for example, but they are not specialized in quantitative reasoning skills. They're not specialized in building AI that is smarter than normal human being when it comes to financial knowledge. Yeah, we call it quantitative reasoning skills. So we are using DeFi space to basically train those agents because the data are permissionless, the data are for free, the markets are for free. So we are using to train these agents to basically dominate the market first in DeFi space, and eventually we will be exploring more markets. Yeah. So after DeFi, we are moving to Texas. So we'll be integrating with Texas. Technically, our agents already are capable of using their quantitative reasoning skills to interact with Texas, centralized exchanges. However, there is always a legal problems when it comes to custody and things. So we are still waiting for the license to be able to do that. Next steps would be reward assets. Fortunately, they are on blockchain, so we are more waiting for them than they are waiting for us. But eventually, once we, train those 18 agents to find the best alpha, to build the best strategies, to optimize those strategies, they are already optimized to to think financially, so we can just move towards traditional markets. And then the total addressable market is tremendous. It's all the financial world. Yeah, so 10 billion, maybe even more. I want to speak about. I don't like the habit of speaking about the valuations. I think it's very not cool as a founder. I can say that the DeFi is not what we are trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve DeFi first, Texas next, reward assets next, and traditional markets. Why? Because our technology is already suitable to do that. The quantitative reasoning skills of our agents are capable of doing that. Yeah.
So DeFi is a beachhead market, sex activity, sex is traditional finance eventually. That's the world where Almanak becomes this super valuable protocol. When we reach that world, what user behaviors, what's changed about how people interact?
So first of all, we need to ship all of the free teams. So first, we just shipped the first team. The first team is strategy creation. Yeah. So you can tell your agent the strategy, and the strategy will be coded, but you need to validate it. Yeah. So this is the first thing. It still requires you to understand what's going on. It still requires you to understand the risks, understand which venues you should trade, and so on. So the tool is for fairly advanced users in DeFi like me and you. We're gonna be able to use it, but requires some time. After that, we will ship optimization team. So this team will be basically running backtest optimizations of the code, of the strategy, finding better venues, better opportunities, and so on. And the last team gonna be alpha seeking team, and this team is the hardest to build. But once you have this team, you can just tell this agent what's your risk profile, and the agent's gonna find the perfect strategy for you. Yeah. So it's gonna go from, hey, I found a strategy, hey, I built a strategy, hey, I'm optimizing the strategy, so it's like constantly being the best.
Yep.
And once we have this, it's gonna be natural to just go to Almanak and type your risk profile and just collaborate with agents to build your portfolio and so on. So rather than like relying on, a gut feeling or Twitter mindshare, which I also don't really like, people are gonna be relying on the most skilled, quantitative reasoning skills agents in the space.
So to reach that world, what businesses will have to die for this to happen?
I really don't like to think with who should we kill to win. I prefer like who should we collaborate with to win. This is the way we are trying to a crypto space is very collaborative space. Yeah, thanks to permissionlessness and access to especially human capital. Anyone is free to join our movement. So again, I don't like to think with the category of like which businesses have to fall. We're definitely gonna disrupt the market of quants and quant developers, because if you are working in a quant fund, the smallest team that you can operate with effectively is 15 people, more or less. Yeah, of course, there are some exceptions. Those guys are extremely expensive. They are moody. They are being picked up by other funds. There's scarcity of them. They charge like, I don't know, 400K a year. Yeah, like the good guys. Yeah, from 250 up. So first to our agents basically replacing them. Yeah, and they are 100 times faster with coding and 1 billion times faster with reasoning. Yeah, so they are not only for free or like for fraction of the price. I'm talking like, I don't know, like a very simple strategy costed 30 cents to code.
Right.
So this is like what was the cost advancements we are capable of like offering. But they're also faster and better. They don't complain, they don't sleep, they don't get sick. Yeah.
Don't get poached by a competitor, as I said.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it scales. Yeah. So you don't need infra guy, you don't need the quant, you don't need the strategies, you don't need all of those guys that usually need to have 2 or 3. So if someone quits, they know how to take over their tasks. This is the market we're gonna definitely disrupt. And what we're also gonna see, a lot of one-person hedge funds appearing. Because now, if you're a smart person, you have degree in mathematics, and you are from Global South, you will never probably even have a chance to get an interview in the New York skyscrapers. Yeah. So we're gonna see a lot of people just joining the Almanak platform and creating those small hedge funds managing, I don't know, $2 million. Thanks to that, they don't have a capacity problem. They are not managing like, I don't know, 100 mil. So there are two reasons why they need 100 mil. Like they need 100 mil because they have huge team and they need profit sharing and management fees. So anything below that is basically not profitable.
Yep.
And also, if you have 100 mil, the capacity is the problem. You can't make 20% anymore. It's also way harder to make 20%. Yeah. It's like, and if you have 2 million funds, you can do some looping. You can pay yourself, 20% performance. You can do even 40%, $400,000 a year. It's $800,000 a year. It's not bad to do. Yeah.
Yep.
In profits, 20% from that, 200K. Yeah, not bad.
There's this rise of the individual asset owners, basically hedge fund managers. And where do they get those 2 million additional or initial capital from? Is that kind of also a feature of the Almanac platform?
Yes, this is actually a very good question. I was about to follow up about that. So
for sure,
Almanac has two user personas. One of the persona is strategy curator, which we call them, or strategy or the vault curator. This is the same person. You are a person that interacts with the swarm, the agents, and our North Star here is to make it as easy as possible, so even a 5-year-old would be able to operate with it. Maybe not coding some very sophisticated strategies, but like, I don't know, buying Bitcoin every hour. If I'm 5 years old, I think you can already do it. Yeah, you can already communicate to our agents to buy you Bitcoin every hour, or like a fraction of Bitcoin to DTA it, even if you are 5 years old. So this is the North Star here. And once the strategy is created, obviously you need capital. So what we did, it's not live yet, but I hope in October you would be able to deploy fully permissionless vault. Yeah. So this vault would be connected to the strategy, and people from the space, from wherever, can fully in permissionless, in non-custodial way participate in this market without any KYC, without asking for permissions, without having a meeting in a bank, yeah? And it's up to the vault curator to basically present data that supports that this vault is trustworthy. Obviously, we have some guidelines here. Since the strategy is a Python-based code, we had to apply some security measures, and basically every vault has on-chain permissions. So the vault, as a vault depositor or like any auditor, can see what this vault can or can't do. So for example, if I have a strategy that optimizes USDC yield across Aave, the vault gonna have permission to interact only with particular markets on Aave. And those permissions are minted on blockchain using multisig probably. So that's how it works. So summing up, 2 user personas, strategy curators that launch vaults, simple LPs that deposit into these vaults.
Oh, I like that. I mean, bit of a side tangent here, but I think worth talking about it. So really briefly, Almanac is this platform for 2 different types of users, right? People who are creating vaults and strategies, and people who are kind of depositing capital into those vaults and strategies. And one of the unique properties and kind of an evolution from previous generation of similar, type of tools is that the depositors can see exactly the permissions, the scope that the strategies have access to, right? So like when I connect my Discord or my Twitter to something, it says, okay, this can read your posts and this can do this and this can do that. It can't do these things. And you're saying it'll be a similar approach for these strategies. So I know for sure, okay, it can only trade in these pools. It can't withdraw my funds or go start trading some other asset, things like that.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Super cool.
And it's, it's held by multisig of people. There is a first vault, by the way, on Almanac, which was fully designed by AI.
Oh, amazing. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. It was a couple of months ago. So it took a little bit longer than 15 minutes. Because we've been testing and everything. The AI, it was a little bit more chunky at the time. But yeah, it's fully designed by AI. It's also community owned. So our contributors, who are also Legionnaires, helped us deploy this vault. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We are super proud of it, and yeah,
amazing. Yeah, that is I've used the Vault myself. I didn't realize it was fully AI design, but that's super cool
I would
origin
say
story.
95% of the vault was designed by AI because it was 3 months ago. Yeah.
Yep.
So now, obviously, our AI is way more sophisticated, and I think it's possible to design 99% of this by AI, and you just need to manage some accesses here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, obviously it's already started, but we've been talking about the big vision for the protocol. When will all this happen? The quants being replaced and everything we've been talking about. Is this 10 years from now, 10 days from now, maybe? What's kind of the timeline?
Yeah. So I think sooner than later. I wouldn't say it's 10 days for sure. I would say 2026, we're gonna see tremendous growth in AI-based volume or agentic-based traffic, I would say. And also, I'm saying agentic or AI, but I mean like built by AI algorithms. Yeah, so AI has built something, and it's still within the infrastructure I described. So it's like deterministic code that is managing assets. And it's a very simple reason why. Like, you can build it 100 times faster. There are tons of researchers that AI codes 100 times faster. And also AI can discover things billion times faster. Yeah, like human mind like processes billion times slower bits per second than AI. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time when people are gonna realize. And it's crypto space is one of the best, and DeFi space is one of the best to basically penetrate this market, because crypto is all about money. And when you are giving people edge, and we are giving people 100 times better edge and billion times better edge, they're just gonna come to us.
Yep.
And more of this traffic and volume gonna be agent driven. And also, I think the protocols will realize that they should optimize towards that, because AI from the default gonna choose the most effective way to trade, to deposit TVL and so on. So more and more protocols gonna be optimizing toward and gonna be bragging about not TVL but like AI owned TVL, like algorithmic owned TVL and things like that. Yeah, that might be a bit far fetched, but you have to think big. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Super cool. Why will Almanac succeed, right? Where other protocols will inevitably fail, and how do we know, right? What traction do you have today? What kind of proof does Almanac have
Yeah.
to this extent?
Again, we are super pragmatic. We've been in the space for so many years. I think like all the core members, there's like 8 core team members, have like between 9 to 16 years of experience in finance and crypto and AI as well. So we've seen a lot. And there are only 2 metrics that matter. I would say one is revenues, how much revenues the vault is going to be generating for the vault owners. And the derivative of it is like TVL, or the TVL is derivative of the vault, of the revenues. The vault, the current vault, the curators have turned on the revenues already. They are making money for themselves. Great, we love that. We hope more and more vaults are going to be launched soon. They're going to be fully permissionless in October, hopefully. We will also launch a vault competition, so the best strategy is going to be deployed. The reason why we are not allowing it to be permissionless yet, it simply is just not as easy as it sounds to create the workflow for that.
Sure.
And second, we need to figure out the curation of it. So we are starting slow. We are a team of just like 12 people or 14, including like support. So yeah, just the simple metrics. And another metric is just the usage of AI of the platform. We do not display it yet. We should maybe, like, how many people are like, asking AI to do stuff, how faster this AI code things. Like, we already decreased the time of the deployment from like 3 months to 15 minutes. It's tremendous data. Yeah. But like, we just don't display it because we don't know, like, okay, how much time the strategy would have taken you if you work in a traditional finance. It's very hard to display it, but we already like dramatically decrease the time of the deployment. I can launch a strategy right now during this call. I can show you how it works. And in 10 minutes, we can chat. And after 10 minutes, it's going to be done. And it's ready to deploy. So it's that fast. Yeah. And why we're going to succeed? So again, we're very pragmatic. We took what's best from AI and what's best from crypto, and we're trying to marry it. AI is the best at coding and reasoning. Crypto is best at like non-custodial, permissionless asset management. We've been working with very big allocators for years. Like I said, we started as a we started as a company that was optimizing trading strategies using agent-based simulations. It's like a relatively old technology. And we naturally evolved towards, okay, oh shit, like AI is getting big. Like this, it boomed 3 years ago. So we've been like always very pragmatic, always working with hearing the market, getting feedback from the customers. Yeah.
Well, following up on that, I mean, what's Almanac's kind of unfair advantage over other protocols?
Yeah, I think the biggest advantage is that we are crypto veterans.
It's the team at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a team. We are crypto veterans, all of us. We've been working with companies such as like Layer Zero, Bancor, Delphi Labs, Kraken, Sommelier.
Some big names.
This is the DeFi part of it. I personally have been working as a mathematician and product person with like 20 plus protocols. So I know the space very well. All of our guys are like traders, asset managers in DeFi. So they understand it from like, they know what the DeFi needs. Yeah. So we know like that we need to build for billions, that we need to, for example, that our vaults have to be fully composable and that so you can use them in DeFi Lego. Yeah. So you can like use them for leverage, put them into Curve, make a market on Aave and so on. I know it's happening already. I stopped following it. It's like the community is getting crazy, which is amazing. So this is exactly like what we know is very important, like to make it built for DeFi. Yeah. So because we are DeFi users itself. And another part is like the AI part. Yeah, we have 3 PhDs, which is like our research team. One of them has a physics degree, like computational physics from one of the best university in the world. He asked me not to tell which university he likes to stay on. We have 2 guys who are one of our head of AI used to run a neuroscience company, and he has PhD in neuroscience. So he's like very knowledgeable about neural networks and how AI works and so on. And another guy also has a trader, like head quants, let's say, who's like curating all of those quants, talking with those quants, and like telling them what's the best way how to use the AI for trading. He's also DeFi degen, and he also has PhD in neuroscience. So he's also like very deep understanding of like not only how people work, how human brains work, but also how traders work and how you can apply it to AI. So I think the team is very strong. My co-founder is a machine learning engineer. Another co-founder is a security lawyer. So this is also worth to mention.
Very helpful.
We are fairly compliant.
Nice.
It's unlikely we're gonna do something bad. He has a lot of work with us, let's say. And we've been training our models for quantitative reasoning skills in stealth for 3 years. Yeah, Almanak is a relatively old company. This is a hard tech to build. We've been building what hedge funds build with like unlimited resources in like a couple of years. We built this, what we called structured workflow, which is how you deploy a strategy from like creation, deployment, optimization, and management. We build it over 3 years, but while thinking how AI gonna be using it. And this is extremely hard to build. It is extremely hard to build on a scale. Yeah, you can build one strategy like that in like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
But if you want to build it that is scalable and you can like repetitively deploy strategies, it's harder. And if you want to build even for AI, it's even way harder.
Yeah.
Yes. So our models, our 18 agents are fine-tuned not only for quantitative reasoning skills, but also for this workflow, which is like structured workflow for AI agents, for quants. It's crazy hard tech. So I wish everyone luck who tries to copy it in like, I don't know, a quarter or 6 months. Like regardless of the financial resources you're gonna have, it's very hard to build. Like the amount of research we spend is tremendous.
Amazing. Oh, you got to get a great head start then, a good vision. And speaking of that vision, right, obviously talking about how you see LLMs are not going to be the thing that is managing all these assets. It's going to be deterministic code. Talk about, replacing quants and all these aspects. Going to challenge you here. Like, let's put our contrarian to the contrarian cap on. What if you're wrong, right? What does that look like? What if these assumptions don't play out?
So again, I hope I'm not. You have to stay optimistic as a CEO of your own company. We've been on the market for 4 years as Almanak. Yeah. The first fundraising round we've been raising when Terra was crashing, and we raised. Another fundraising round we've been raising when FTX was crashing, and we also raised. And I even have a message in Telegram from FTX Venture. Hey man, I can't join the call. You know why?
Wow.
Yeah. we went through pretty rough bear market. So if we fail, we will figure it out. We will pivot. We are strong entrepreneurs, seasoned entrepreneurs with like 9 to 16 experience each, years of experience each. We are able to pivot. We've seen a lot. We went through pretty rough bear markets, pretty rough situations, and we always did it. Yeah. So even if this doesn't work, something else will. But I'm sure it will work. Yeah. Why I think it's gonna work? Because it's already working. Agents are already designing strategies for us. You can already deploy into the strategy. And we also have a confirmation that the big capital is not afraid of depositing into the strategies. Because there are already like millionaires. Like I think we have 1 million deposits into these vaults. Yeah.
Awesome.
Like some funds just like fat fingered into it.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not sure who's that, but I bet it's not someone who's risk averse.
No, I would not imagine.
This person would likely be afraid to deposit into the LLM. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But they are not afraid to deposit into our protocol. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yep. Got it. No, that makes total sense. Yeah. Giving money to an LLM makes me very nervous, but yeah.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah.
So on the topic of DeFi, what do you feel is kind of a dirty secret about DeFi that everyone knows, but no one really talks about it or pretends doesn't exist? And maybe what is Almanak doing about it?
It's not a dirty secret. It's just a sad secret that most of the people in DeFi are for money and to make money. I'm in the space for 9 years, so I remember reading white papers from like anarchists that are trying to, overthrow the traditional financial system.
Privacy, censorship resistance, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And kill all the banks. And now we are trying to onboard these banks. It's a little bit sad. Yeah. But it is what it is. I still think we can give people more flexibility, freedom, privacy, and opportunities to make money, to become their own, bankers. Yeah. Like there's global south that doesn't have access to sophisticated financial strategies. There are a lot of developing countries that will never have access to the technology like that. Not only banking system, but like sophisticated strategies, like being able to, compound the wealth. Yeah. So this is what we are still trying to solve with basically using what DeFi is the best at, which is like making money. And how Almanak is trying to use this advantage. Yeah, we are just, again, we are very pragmatic. We are taking what's best from the AI space, which is coding faster and thinking faster. So basically with Almanak, we are using greed as a drive for people to try Almanak. And with Almanak, you can do it 100 times. You can code your money-making strategy 100 times faster, and
you can be greedy 100 times faster.
Exactly.
That's a good,
make money faster.
Big driver of growth.
It's simple.
So makes sense. Yeah, simple but effective.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Simple but effective. Yeah, like people just want to make money. They can make it faster with us.
Well, on that topic, I mean, Almanak did a previous Legion raise, right, for a pre-token round, and you even did it at a discount to the valuation that VCs paid in that round. So I'm curious to get into it here. Who's been more valuable, your VC investors or your Legion community?
Yeah. So I don't think I can distinguish who was more valuable. I think the value were different in different pies. Yeah. We saw tremendous value from Legionnaires. We call them Legionnaires. There were hundreds of them.
Awesome.
We've been very selective with them. We selected more or less like 30 developers, 30 degens, and 30 people that are active on Twitter. So we get great feedback from them on the product. We got some early users. Like I said, some of the users are like contributing to the vaults and so on. And we also get some media recognition from that. Yeah. So when it comes to like getting, like asking them for something, they are like, hey man, this is a great idea. This is a bad idea. You should do this, you should do that. Legionnaires are great at it. What VCs are great at, these are way better at strategy or introductions, for example. Yeah. I mean, like, we also got tons of introductions from Legionnaires. I don't want to forget about that. But when it comes to like big institutions and so on, like, if you are a VC with a couple of billions of dollars, it's way easier to knock through this door. And we are working with big allocators. Yeah. Same with strategy. VCs have seen a lot. They have seen how company fails, how company grow. So they've been very useful with advising us on what's the strategy move we should do now, what should we allocate our resources at. So when it comes to spending a lot of time with us on the call VCs, but when it comes to getting a lot of feedback from a lot of users and a lot of parties, Legionnaires.
Amazing. I mean, it's great to hear that, the Legion route has been so important and so valuable. I think it's this false dichotomy sometimes try to paint, right? Of it's all VCs or all community. And really, I think we can all agree there are definitely low quality VCs. We should absolutely kill the tier 3, 4, tier 2 VCs. But the future, in my opinion, is tier 1 VCs add their differentiated value, as you've been talking about, and then community with the equal seat at the table adds their own type of value. And I think the projects I'm seeing that are performing the strongest have captured that trend very well, that balance of the top VCs and the best community members.
So if I did something different, what I've learned from my fundraising rounds, I would do together first VC round and a little bit of the community. Another VC round and a little bit of community, because then you can build with those guys. You can build with, you can ask their feedback and they care. So that's what I would do different. But overall, we are super happy with the current structure. It's we did 90% what we wanted to achieve. So it's awesome. Just 10% next time.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. I think including the community, at least as a portion of each round, is generally a wiser approach, right? Than just doing the VCs and then after you do the community. I think, we're big fans of the idea of community participating in the same round as VCs. So super glad to hear that we're aligned on that. What has Almanak done since that first Legion sale?
Oh, sir, honestly, last 9 months was crazy progress. So first of all, we finished the Quant workflow. So the hard part I told you about is finally done. It's finally working.
Amazing.
Back in the days, we've been testing it and it was still a little bit, clunky and so on. Now it's working. You can go from strategy, discovery, creation, deployment, and management in a one workflow and it's scalable. This is the first thing. We finally launched the Swarm. All the agents have been training and fine-tuning. Out of 18 that are working, 7 are production ready. 7 or 8, I'm not sure, are production ready. So the strategy development team is ready. You can use it, you can try it. We launched the functional demo just to get the feedback from the users. Again, Legionnaires helped a lot with the feedback, but we also got a lot of positive feedback from other people. And we are now scaling it, adding more features and so on. So we have product. We have the backend, we have the AI. We launched first vault. Our community launched the first vault, which is fully AI built. This is crazy. This is the validation that we've been looking for. AI has built the strategy and community have launched the vault.
Right.
And I know that those guys are also working on the second vault, which is going to be way higher risk, way more Legion oriented, because this one was it's making 10% is nice, but people are hey, guys, 10%, come on. But it's very what I've been told is very conservative risk. What I've been told, it's not what I'm saying. It's not my words, it's the Vault Curator words, which are community members. AI already has built tons of strategies. We've tested so many different ways how AI can integrate with Texas, Dexes, reward assets, different markets. It's working. The quantitative reasoning skills have been fine-tuned, and we are sure it's a good direction. So we have the validation. We are very happy that Legionnaires trusted our white paper. And also the white paper is slightly outdated because we made such a technological progress that we dramatically improved the workflow and simplified it. Back in the days, the agents, the user was way more needed in the decision-making process and was way more, require way more attention of the user. Now we can outsource way more of the, thanks to introduction of the Swarm actually, the agents can communicate with each other. They don't need to ask user to do something. Before it was user had to communicate with this and that and confirm everything. Now, as long as agents are fine, when the agents are not sure about something, then they are asking the user. So it's the technological like a progress we achieve is tremendous. I'm not sure if I should go more into the details of the technology here. I don't want to go like too in details.
Yeah, probably not too detailed, but maybe just for people who do want to dive in more, where can they find more of these resources?
So token economy white paper shows how much progress we made when it comes to like deployment of it. Like the user experience is tremendous. Before, agents were selecting the strategies, were not coding it. So the strategies have to be created by someone. So they've been sourced with different things. And now the agents can create the strategy and select by itself and deploy it by itself. And the user just deploying the vault and connecting it. Yeah, so it's tremendous progress. Yeah, we couldn't dream about something bigger.
Well, it's good to hear that things have been moving along so well. It must have been an enormous relief when you finally launched the product you've been working on for so long, and it's gone so well so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So far, we are super happy. We are meeting all the KPIs we had.
Perfect.
We had 20 million. We hit 20 million TVL exactly today, and that was the target we wanted to achieve today.
Amazing.
So
congratulations.
Surgical precision here.
Right on track. Glad to hear it. Well,
yeah.
Let's continue the surgical precision then and go to some rapid fire questions. So I'll just ask you, a few different questions here. If you can keep the answers as brief as possible, right, so that we can keep going through them, that would be the best way to do this. And so rapid fire. First one kicking off here. What are you doing that seems stupid now, but will seem genius in 18 months?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I know you are a token economist as well.
Yep.
Or you used to be in the past life. And I noticed that back in the days, everyone was crazy about token economy, but no one was focusing too much on fundamentals. Now everyone is focusing on fundamentals, but token economy was being pushed for seconds, like whatever, for later, yeah. And what we are focusing on, we put a lot of effort into creating a token economy that we think is going to be working very well. A couple of people noticed that the token economy is very well designed, and I think it's going to be very impactful. And also, what is, I think, one of the biggest innovation when it comes to token involvement, we will create at the day of TGE. When you go to Almanak Kitchen, you have a lot of strategies you can design. And the default strategy right now usually includes if and an asset. So what we're going to do, the default strategy is going to be created. Of course, you can change it, but the default going to be for Almanak token. Yeah. So when you join the Almanak platform, you will be able to do trading of Almanak token on 5 different or 100 different ways.
Right.
Liquidity provision of Almanak token if 10 different ways. Arbitrage of Almanak token in 10 different ways. Yeah?
Interesting.
So with that, we want to promote, the Almanak token being involved in different DeFi protocols, many DeFi trading venues. Yeah, because people are going to be creating more and more platforms, integrate Almanak with more and more protocols. So hopefully, we're going to end up on Pendle, Euler, Aave, all the trading venues such as Uniswap, Pancake, all the chains. Yeah. Because obviously people are going to be earning points for that because it's in the interest of people to utilize the platform. So basically, we're going to be promoting 2 things. We're going to be promoting the usage of the platform with points, but we're also going to be promoting the utility of Almanak token and putting it everywhere in the DeFi ecosystem. And I think once this is launched and it's successful, a lot of people are going to come to Almanak to basically design the trading strategies for the token, liquidity provision for the token, looping strategies for the token, derivative strategies for the tokens. And it's going to go like that because they're going to see, okay, if AI is actually building and managing your token, you are getting way more distribution and coverage across the DeFi ecosystem.
Yep. Yeah. Very cool. Oh.
So from the day one, hopefully Almanak in majority going to be traded by AI.
It's a clever strategy, right? Of putting your token front and center. Makes sense.
Yeah, you can change it. We are not forcing you to do that, but we'll be incentivized, obviously, Almanak token.
Very cool. Well, let's continue on. Obviously, these are meant to be rapid fire. I understand that last one was a bit tough to answer quickly, but let's make these next ones just rapid fire type of questions. Quick responses. Complete this sentence. In 5 years, people will say, "I can't believe we used to do what?"
I believe LLMs will be managing our assets eventually, or AI will be managing our assets.
Yep. Okay. What's your hottest take about crypto that would get you canceled on Twitter?
Pump.fun is the worst thing that happens to crypto since the crash of FTX.
Oof, spicy.
And I think it's making people addicted to gambling. And overall, if I remember people were reading white papers and actually investing in quality projects. And now we lost tons of people that could have been our smart users, and they got addicted, they got burned, and they will never come back. I hate Pub.Fun, I hate memes, and I'm very vocal about it. And they can cancel me.
Definitely vocal. There's definitely an element of truth there for sure. I mean, we lost a ton of people in the FTX crash. So yeah, that resonates.
And we lost tons of people to gambling.
Yeah.
They lost all their money because of the Pub.Fun, and they will never come back. And they could have been a quality users.
Yep. Fair. Next question here is, the thing that your biggest competitors hate the most about Almanak is?
So this is, I'm not sure if we have a direct competitor. I've been even asking and doing the deep research with like all the AI tools. We are the only project in crypto that is a vibe coding project, as far as I know. And we are the only vibe coding company that is fully specialized in quantitative reasoning skills. So we are building vibe coding AI for quants. They are Cursor, Windsurf, and others, but they aren't specialized in quantitative reasoning skills.
So you don't have competitors yet, but when you do, they'll hate that you were so early to this, I bet.
I mean, like, in my knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, probably someone is working on something similar, but I haven't heard about them.
Yep. No, that's fair. Well, next question then. The metric that actually matters, but that nobody tracks or pays attention to is what?
So daily active users and on-chain data. I think it's been disregarded recently. I think people should come back into quality fundamental investment using like token terminal, for example. But I think what's going to be new is AI traffic, or like agentic traffic, or like traffic by AI. Again, with the conception I presented, which is fully deterministic and verifiable AI build strategy, which is a code.
Yep.
But TVL and traffic and volume is going to be presented in how much of it is like actually AI managed or like algorithmically managed. Yeah. Because protocol is going to be optimizing for that.
Well, that last rapid fire question here then. The thing that's about to happen next that nobody expects is what, in your opinion?
So we all seen how developers are losing their jobs. Why? Because they're expensive, moody, and slow. And now who's next? Who's moody, expensive, and slow? Bankers and quants. I think they're next in the line. They're extremely expensive, extremely moody. And yeah, that's what we're trying to replace.
All right. Well, appreciate making it through the rapid fire round here. I guess I've one final question to kind of leave us on thinking about the future. Is there a prediction you can make, today that maybe it sounds insane, but something we can check on, 12 months from now? What's kind of the most bold, insane prediction you're willing to make?
Yeah. So again, the protocols will be optimizing for algorithmic driven volumes and TVLs, and they will be bragging about it because like there's nothing more optimal than the code or like code made decision. This is one thing. And second, we're gonna see a lot of people running like small one-person hedge funds for friends and families, for example, like, I don't know, even $500,000 or personal one, because they will not need to, deposit into a big funds or deposit into banks and work with bankers. Yeah. And obviously we're also going to see a lot of big funds. Like, I don't know. We know that we've talking with like $4 billion fund that is very interested in like migrating some of the assets towards Almanak and start using it there. So we are talking also about like these numbers, yeah.
Well, let me push you on that prediction. Like, how many of these one-person hedge funds do you think Almanak will create in the next year?
We can try to do some like estimation, yeah.
It's like an investment banking interview question.
Kind of, exactly. Yeah, I was I've been working in investment banking for a while. It's a horrible experience. So I don't know, like there's a lot of like how many math and physics degree people you have in the world that have never had access to even interview in a hedge fund. Yeah. So let's take 10% from them. They can start making money right away.
All right. Well, somebody listening and go and find that 10% of all the PhDs out there in math and sciences who've never interviewed at a hedge fund. That's
Yeah.
how many asset managers Almanac is about to create. What needs to happen in the next 90 days to make that inevitable?
We need to ship. It's that simple, yeah. Like we are very confident with the product market fit. We got the confirmation from both AI side, infrastructure side, and and the blockchain side. The Quant workflow works, and it has zero issues, which is insane. Like everyone was saying that we are either super lucky or geniuses. All the Quant workflow zero issues, very flawless. AI is working. It's design strategies that make money. Like I said, the all USD has been designed by AI, and it hasn't lost a dime for now. The only money it's losing is gas cost sometimes.
That's fair. Yeah, it's on Ethereum, so there's gas. Yeah,
Exactly. And the blockchain infrastructure and the structure we have proposed, which is fully deterministic and verifiable strategies, has been concerned with the amount of capital the vault has. Yeah, people are comfortable with depositing into the strategies that have been designed by AI, but they have to be deterministic. So yeah, we just need to ship. We just need to stay focused. That's it.
Amazing. Well then, any final closing thoughts from your end you want to leave us with?
That's a good question. First of all, thank you for being here. Check our website. Check our papers. Don't spend some more time, guys. I always encourage people to read white papers to understand what they are doing and what they are using. We have a lot of good documentation. Write also articles I have been written about why our infrastructure is superior to others. There are on my Twitter, on Neo Twitter, in articles. Apply to get access to the swarm. We accepted 100 users. We are accepting 100 more in cohorts for the simple reason we just we don't want to keep people hanging when they have some feedback or when they find some errors. And I would like to encourage everyone to take a look on Legion, because we're gonna be there depends when this video gonna hit the markets.
Soon. Exactly. Soon. Yeah, we got a good campaign going on, right? Almanac, Cookie as well, Legion, Attention Capital Markets, where people can get rewarded, get early access, right? Discounted valuations even for putting their money where their mouth is, right? Talking about the project, researching the project, sharing about the project, and also depositing TVL into Almanac, for instance. So, well, thank you.
Exactly.
Neo, co-founder of Almanac. Thanks for being here. Great conversation, and catch you soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Cheers.